All right. Mic check, mic check. I think our mic is correct. It looks like it. All right. The mayor didn't remind me. That was his job. But I got it. I got it, guys. It's all right. It's all right. Hello. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Busy Wednesday for me. How about you, Mayor?
Well, I didn't remind you, but I did get 2 waters today.
Yeah.
Last week I forgot. Busy week, busy day for me. As far as that goes in kind of modest, kind of modified quarantine land. It's not exactly the same because at least some things are still going on. Mm-hmm. But we did go. We got the kids off of the Xbox and the Switch, nice. And we took them. We went out and bought like covers and drove around neighborhoods, looked at lights for an hour and a half.
We've had a lot of similar things, and we've been big. We've been really good the last week. Sam is like, all right, I need some family time. I talked about it on Monday, but some postpartum depression, some stuff going on that's natural. And she's like, I need this. So we cut all the cords. We've been playing Candyland. We have been playing Uno, Crazy Eights. We've been building forts. We've been doing crafts. I made a gingerbread house.
I saw that.
I'm not even good at crafts, but I've been taking it for the team. And then we've been throwing back on old movies. We watched the 60s Rudolph. We watched the 60s Frosties.
That shot. Mm-hmm. Did anybody answer it?
Oh, 20 people.
Okay.
Did you get it?
I knew it was. I thought it was like a basketball movie, but no, it's not. It's
Jumanji. The Shoe Factory and stuff so Jumanji. So we watched the original Jumanji, and we weren't sure if the boys would like it. We weren't sure if they were going to be scared or what it was going to be. Mm-hmm. They loved it. They were glued. They were absolutely glued.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it was good. So how's everybody out there? Throw a quick status check in the chat. You guys doing well? You doing okay? You struggling right now?
And it's okay to do that.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yep.
This is probably a mental health challenge of a lifetime.
Yeah.
You know?
It really is. And we're always here for you guys. We love to help out anytime. New lighting in the studio. Yeah, man, we've had some new lighting in the recent months. I've made some upgrades and some additions. So, yeah, I'm excited there. Are you doing the Kinsman dance?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just upgrading.
Yeah, we may have to play that. I might have to bring that out sometime. The Wednesday night beard advice Kinsman track. So, all right. So again, okay, yeah, positivity and I hear you. Not doing well tonight. Yeah, we're here for you, man. This is what those vibes are all about. I'm kind of on the same track as Vinny G. Right now is my busy season. We have the semester ending, which in the first time in our teaching career, we don't have marking periods. So this is the first time where a large portion of our students' parents care about the grade. They usually wait till the last moment, and then the caring starts once the grade is going to be final. So we get inundated with emails of, can you turn this in? Why isn't this turned in? What's going on here? And then we got to do all our stuff to wrap up the semester. I've got 12 days of Beardsmas coming up. I'm also trying to capitalize on the beard interest right now, right? Keep some of these No Shave November beards and quarantine beards. So it's just, it's busy, but I'll say it every time. Good busy. Good busy. Hey, Gilbert.
Good.
Thank you, Mr. Jaloma. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, Mayor, what's going on with the beard? I know they said, Mr. Bushido said, did you get a trim? Looks good. The angles look sharper.
Oh, you noticed.
You noticed.
No, I've been messing with the Kushel bar. I'm just trying to get my style in a little bit more. I feel for I almost hit it too much with the heat. It's a little straighter than normally but when we're focusing on this chin area and kind of getting that Kushel bar in there and riding that heat till it hurts and then getting that, seriously.
Kinsman, get on that.
Right.
He just said
riding that heat till it hurts.
I'm not saying it. Anything you say on here can and will be used against you in the court of commands corner.
I've elevated my Kushel bar, so I've been working on trying to get this straight because this was always rounded more. So I'm working on that. I've also been kind of trying to use some intelligence to be like, all right, so these little edges always flop out, right? So put more heat on them and hold it there for a while.
Yeah.
If you're just passing it
heat
through
plus tension,
it's not getting, you're doing the same. So
equals direction.
I'm always sharpening the saw, always looking. The mustache, to be totally honest, I went a little higher than I wanted to, but now I told myself, I'll just tell him I'm practicing on the kissable mustache, the mayor's new thing.
There you go.
But
I trimmed up my mustache too, if you followed on Instagram, and it was to be kissable. Mm-hmm. Oh, and real quick, before I forget, so the mayor can show. This is from the in-laws, not my in-laws, the mayor's in-laws. Got me a present here. This is Betsy's parents. They're fantastic. I've known them for many years now through coaching and
swimming,
being family friends. And got me a beard gift. That's super cool when they dial in a gift based on, like, they know how passionate I am about beard stuff. So thank you guys so much. I absolutely appreciate that. Beard gifts are the best gifts is what I say. So thank you guys. I thought that was pretty cool. Good question here. Somebody is new, and he said he is a middle school math teacher. So if you don't know, the mayor's also a middle school science teacher, history teacher. How'd you get the name the mayor?
Kind of a nickname that developed over time. Basically, you and Todd TMD had a lot to do with it, but I think it's partly because we started out our friendship like playing Pokemon Go and hanging out. And my drive to be the best, whatever, I was crazy about it, like infatuated. Part of the reason I'm probably sitting here is because of how some of the grind that Dan saw me do for that stupid game. But they basically had this stupid hat that was like $8.
Top hat thing.
I bought it, and I'm the mayor. And and sometimes I kind of.
And he was like known. We'd go to these spots for like Pokemon raids, and they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, did you hear the mayor's here? The mayor's here," and it would ripple through the air, and people would like pass it down the line. It was fun to joke with his wife about how famous he was in Pokemon land. And I think Betsy experienced it once. She saw the chaos. So
she's much more supportive of the beard.
right, as she should.
Which she made that comment on Facebook. It was a big moment.
Hello, Owen.
Oh, hi, Owen. She said, "I can't." What did she like?
I couldn't picture you without it.
It wouldn't be you without it. Yeah. So that's not exactly like I'm in love with it, but it's like it's who I am now.
Yeah, exactly. When will you brush your mustache down to a walrus? I just trimmed away from the walrus, so I just come and go. Whatever I'm feeling at the time, I kind of go with. So yep, I just switched it up a little bit. Hello, Mr. Cruz, Mr. Healthy Bearded, but Mayor also.
Yes.
We give beard advice on Wednesdays.
We do.
Guys send in their pictures. They send in their problems. They send in their goals. And we, as in the community, with the mayor and myself, we give some advice. We tell them, do a little snip here, do a little vroom vroom there, and do maybe nothing. Maybe style this way. Maybe think about this style. And it's been really amazing. Last week we had a fantastic transformation live in the chat, which was so cool. But what else do we do?
Well, I was gonna weigh in on that. I was just thinking my favorite is when maybe they have a question, but they're stuck in their beard.
Yeah.
And they're looking for direction to nudge, and when we nudge them, and sometimes they come back.
Makes all the difference. Yeah.
We also treat ourselves.
Treat yourself. Yes.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this. I had buffalo chicken dinner without a pop, which was brutal to me, but I have it now.
So we drink our Mountain Dew. And we eat a little beef jerky as we discuss things. So we do too.
And this one is courtesy of Sam C. Sam C went out shopping and she said, "I got you a surprise." And I was like, "What?" And she came back and she got me biltong. Now we've tried this brand before, right? Strive. Fantastic. We both are fans of biltong. But I didn't even realize until I picked the bag up, these are biltong sticks. My favorite form of portable meat is the stick form.
Right.
That's probably made into a song too. Thank you, Kinsman. You're always having me second guess myself now. But I do like sticks.
Yeah.
I like that better than the traditional jerky form.
Your jerky is wonderful. But tell me this. Does it come in stick form?
That's all a good question. Hello, Blair. Another murder mitten brother with a beautiful beard. Everybody knows Blair. You know Blair, right?
I do.
Well, Blair says, "How do your students feel about your beard, Dan?" And I'll pose that to the mayor as well. My students are absolutely in love with my beard. They made comments on it. I think I said last week we were learning about the Greeks, and I said the Spartans had really awesome beards. And a student said, he rose his hand. He said, "Mr. Command, but not as awesome as yours." I was like, "Oh,
that's right."
Yeah, I did. I flexed a little bit, and I was like, "Yeah, that is right." And so my students absolutely love my beard. What about yours? How have yours? Because this has been a last year to this year new thing.
Totally different, and I'd say my beard is twice as long as the last year I had it. Just a different style with everything, but I haven't had a lot of comments. We're remote this year, but I did have an awesome moment. One, I had one of my students who's out there in the world. If you're out there, he's like, "You know what, Mr. Wamba? you look like a king. You're a king. Like that beard is a king's beard. I'm like, that's awesome. As long as it's not like King Friday, the guys that lived in the back of Mr. Rogers' house. And he's like, what's King Friday and what's Mr. Rogers? And I'm like, oh, I'm getting old. So, but we'll go back to the king part. I'm like, that's cool. I'll take that all day long.
All right, so we got a question on here, and I would love to be called a king.
Yeah.
So I got a question on here, and Ham, first, hopefully you're still out there. He said, on one side of my beard grows faster than the other. Is this common? Is there a way to deal with that? Ham, this is what we call drink, and this is where I like to encourage guys. If there's a topic, type it on YouTube. If you can't find it, type it on YouTube plus Dan C. I will show you this one. I just typed in on YouTube, uneven beard growth, and then if you look right up at the top there, my man, right here, uneven beard growth from me. I go through a little bit more of a baby beard. Look at that mustache, though. And I go through all the different reasons and stuff behind the beard. So I kind of give you advice on how to take care of it. So just search it online. I bet you can find a video from me that will help. So that should be pretty useful there. And then I saw another good question that I wanted to tackle. Mayor, I got to say that black makes the beard really pop.
I'll take it.
That's really nice compliment there. Okay. Mac with the cheese. What is up? What is up? Yeah, man, Sam can make any shirt that we need. And I saw another good one. Mayor, you're really rocking that hoodie. Yeah. All right. And sorry, guys. I don't even remember what the question was, but I was like, that's a good one. Actually, I do remember it now. Somebody asked, when would you use a thin, right here we go. When would you use a thin oil compared to a thick oil? Completely personal preference. If I feel like my skin is dry and I want more of a penetration into the skin of my underbeard, then I'm going to go with a thin oil. If I want more of a nourishment to the hairs, if I want more styling aspect, I'm going to go with a thicker oil. And so it's really just personal preference, whatever you're feeling. Some people like one or the other. Some people like to go thick oil when it's cold and dry, and then thin oil when it's hot and humid. But it truly just comes down to personal preference. I'm a big fan of switching it up. I like switching up products, rotating products. I know the mayor is too. We've talked about that time and time again.
Piggyback off that real quick. Is there any difference in the way that an emu oil or something holds the scent? Does it hold it longer than a thinner, or is it
it's just like different smoke points. It's just like different contents. Some scents absolutely carry scent better than others. Some are awful, right? Black seed oil is a wonderful ingredient, but it's not good at carrying scents whatsoever. And other ones are butters. Shea butter's awesome, but it's not good at carrying scent. Things like mango butter are much better for scent, but not as nourishing. So there's always a give or take there. So yeah, some of them are definitely better for carrying scent. Some aren't good with scent, like emu oil. So the fragrance is usually bumped up to kind of mask the emu oil smell.
Okay.
So,
and that's why you have a blend to try and get all the benefits of everything.
Yep, exactly. So awesome. Cool. And yeah, man, thank you guys. Hey, real quick, while we dig into this new jerky here, what's in beard? What are you guys rocking tonight? For me, I have one that I'm working on a review. And Mayor, what do you got?
I got a lot of things in beard, honestly.
Yeah.
I was almost overdoing the beard. Like I do feel like I was straight. So I threw my heaviest wax 7 potions in. I had a little liquid gold is the oil that I have at one point. But the 7 potions balm, I was using that.
Yeah.
Get the stray flyaways down. I used the LCW to wash. I already did my whole routine tonight. So yeah, lots of different things.
Awesome. And this kind of goes with that. Daniel M. Hey, Dan, how you doing? He said, can you mix oils? Yes, absolutely. There are entire Instagram accounts made about mixing oils and having different scents. I am a purist. I don't mix. It's not my thing. The only time I will come near mixing oils is something like I enjoy Fable's oil, but I usually like it a little bit thinner. So I will take the unscented neutral of Beard Octane and mix it with the grower from Fable. Or some guys like it, Beard Octane's oil a little bit thicker. They'll have a little side of castor. They'll put some castor oil in it. But go crazy, guys. People ask me all the time, can I have a different butter from a company that I have the oil? Yes, absolutely. Go wild. There's no problem as long as they're all quality in there.
Choose your own adventure.
Yes. Dan, you have mixed. I have. I just don't like to. All right. So this is Peri Peri Strive, and this is supposed to be spicy. The sticks, I didn't even know what these were really going to look like because it's kind of like a little frosted background here. And I'm impressed. I am impressed here. I was not sure where it was going to go. Meryl, plop one out for you there. I'm going to give it a shot. Oh, yeah. Interesting.
I'll have to say, while you're chewing that, just one more thing on that. As I've started to really kind of enjoy the balance, like just trying out things. I think being in the house so much, right now, like the beard, the choice of the scent for the day is a bigger thing. I think, and I really get to enjoy it.
When do you pick your scent?
Well, if I'm running behind, whatever I can find, usually there's a good product. But
so I'm always the night before. Okay. I do not go to bed without the next day. Usually it's because of a review. So when you bite into this first, guys, there is a unique like casing on the outside. It snap, crackle, pops a little bit. And I'm used to sticks being more on the moist side, right? More on the wet side. And this is biltong's known for being dry, right? It's air-dried slice of beef, originated South Africa. We learned this together. I'm not some smarty pants. And this is very dry. And I think I like it. I only took one bite here, but I'm curious on your thoughts on it. Texture, flavor, thoughts?
It's similar to the Snap into a Slim Jim.
Man, that's wild.
But it's got a really spicy or a much more seasoned center. It's thicker. And the outer casing feels more like real real meat or real. Doesn't quite. It still snaps, but I'm sure it's probably a very similar outer casing to what a Slim Jim has.
Yeah, let's see what we have for ingredients here, because it's got to say what it has. Beef, vinegar, salt, chili pepper, coriander, black pepper, nutmeg, clove, and lamb's casing. That's wild. What is that? All right.
Lamb's casing. So, but that's most products. A lot of meat products are going to have a natural.
Oh, I think that's cool. Yeah. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. So, yeah, that's good. And then we'll bust them out in a little bit. But we have Hatch green chilies. And I know we both like Hatch green chilies as well. So, good. We got some good beards to go over here. Lamb intestine. That's so weird to think about.
It is, but
hey, whatever. You got to be about it if you're acting about it, right? So, yes. And hello to everybody. Do you use the same oil throughout the day or mix it up? I use the same oil. I don't really put in a second oil or anything, but yeah, I use that same oil as it's going through. Dan, how often do you use a wash or co-wash? Dylan, I want you to search on a new tab, probably come back to it later. It'll be the easier way to tell you, is search for best beard wash rotation. All right, Dylan, best beard wash rotation. Okay, let's go ahead and get into our first beard of the day with our feedback. And our first one actually is going to be a follow-up. So this one is from Russ. Russ, if you're in here, say something. He wanted to give us a little reminder of what he made for some changes and wanted to come back and just kind of show us what he's got going on. So Russ, if you're in here, say hello to all the people here. All right. So this is what Russ following up with us. Look. Beautiful, man. That looks so good right here. See that side beard, see that shape. And with Russ, I will be 100% honest. I don't remember there's Russ. I don't remember what we were working on. Russ, what was our main aspect we were working on? Do you remember on this one, Mayor? We have we go through a lot of people.
It looks like a nice, clean, good line.
Really, really nice. That looks so well put together. Mustache is slow. Okay, hey, the mustache is looking fine. So you're doing absolutely awesome. And again, I think that was just a follow-up from Russ there. So cool, Russ. Thank you, thank you, my friend. All right, who are we looking for first? Kenneth Sheldon, you are first up. Kenneth Sheldon, you are first up. And then next up, we have Wilson Beaver. Wilson Beaver. And first off, we have, actually, I had got it trimmed. Nice. All right, Kenneth Sheldon, are you in here? Also, Wilson, are you in here? And then we'll get to our first ones that were going on. Ryan, not for me. Nope, I've never tried that company. So throw it up for the 313. Oh, there we go. Is that all right? Ken Sheldon should be first. Nice. We got a Murder Min buddy over here. Okay. Mayor, do your thing.
35, new to the channel. Been rocking a business beard for about 6 years. And COVID drove me to growing it out. About a month ago, I experimented and hit my cheeks and neck. Growing that back in currently. Goal would be 8 inches full. Is this feasible?
Okay. So sounds like he trimmed, maybe not happy with the results of the trim.
As we all have been there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. All right, let's see what we got here. And then he wants to know pretty much, I'm growing a full beard. Is that going to be possible? What do you think of what I got going on here? Awesome. Okay. And I think this is a great one. And I did have a couple guys reach out this week that were like, hey, can we go over my beard? I'm growing big. And their beards were just like top of the line. I genuinely had nothing to give whatsoever. And this is one of those beards as well. But I love that he talked about where he hit his cheek and kind of what he should do here, because I think that's what a lot of guys go through. They figure out what to trim, what not to trim. And obviously the beard, obviously the mustache is just top notch. But I think it's interesting with that cheek line where the trim happened. Fantastic. Yeah. Can you go for an 8-inch beard? Yes, 100%. No problem there whatsoever. But the one thing that I wanted to really highlight was that cheek line, right? I think you are making the absolute best decision with growing that cheek back out, right? If you had this big beard here and the cheek line was swooping way down, that would kind of hinder the overall appearance of the beard. It wouldn't be bad. It would be a style you were choosing. But what I would do is continue to grow this cheek out and let that really fill in. And it might make for just now like a nice little natural fade, which could be pretty cool seeing how it grows there. So that was why normally, Ken, your beard is top notch, and I would be like, hey, quit flexing. You don't belong on here. But I love that you put the tidbit in there about the cheek one and just continue to raise that cheek line. Other than that, yeah, man, you're going to get an 8-inch beard, no problem.
I like to squint so the beard, the darkness of the beard pops out, and I can see what it would look like without the shading. So you see the contrast.
Interesting.
And I think 100% you're making the right move, filling that in. Another couple months that's going to be dark. It'll be a little shorter, but it'll be hardly noticeable.
Yep.
The swoop would just be too severe in my mind.
Yeah, that line going down. So, yep, let it go in. You have really dark hair, so it's going to seem a little bit more noticeable right now. But as it fills in, I don't think you're going to have any issues there. So, Ken, really cool. And, guys, what's really cool, look at his profile picture, what he's rocking there with that short business beard. And I think that's probably where his cheek line was coming in. He kept it a little bit more chin strap-esque. And then growing into this one, man, I think that was a huge improvement in my eyes. For me, I mean, anybody can rock what they want, but I think from your profile picture to what we're looking at right now, big improvement. Don't touch those cheeks at all. Don't even line them up. Don't even do anything with those guys. Just let them go. All right. Looks great.
If he were to straighten it, how far from 8 inches would you think he's probably at like 5 now, 6?
Yeah,
so
probably. I love the volume though. I love like how the shape of it. It almost like curls under a little bit. I would never, right now at least, I wouldn't straighten that one. That one looks great. But yeah, lengthwise, he's probably right there. So awesome. Easy one to start out with, but a cool, unique little angle that we have not covered yet. So good. Exactly how I kept it, Dan. Yeah, that's what it looked like there. And I think that's just a really, really nice one. So awesome. And then next up, we have Wilson Beaver. So Wilson, if you're in there, go ahead and say something that we have. Dan, just watched that rotation video today. Was curious, any specific reason why you washed the day after the first co-wash? Does that tie into more recent video? Yep, it's just exactly. It's more about not over conditioning. If I have conditioner, it's going to be to kind of get the comb going through nicely, to latch on and repair some damage. And I want to kind of get that out when I can. Okay. All right. The beard. Okay. Awesome. So the Bearded Beeve. And he is, like I said, middle school teacher. So we got Wilson here. As we're going through, the mayor's got the jerky. So you liking the jerky?
Mm-hmm.
You're liking it? Cool. We'll have to bust into the.
How do you feel about it?
I like it. I'm not in love with it though.
But it's a texture thing.
You
may have to go get it back up. While
I got some right here. Yeah.
Because those are going to be the same style.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't dislike it.
Okay.
My family bought them. I'm like, I'll tell you if I don't like them.
Well, if you have to
make a trip, all right.
Reinforcements for that's fine. All right. 41 years old, growing a beard for over a year without a trim or cut. I've had a beard for 7 years now. I use biotin, wash and condition daily. Apply oil twice a day. Rinse every morning. Apply beard oil beard butter before bed, and again every work day each morning. How can I fill in along the cheek line and tame the mane? All right.
Okay. So wants to tame it, wants to see how he can help out his cheek line. We got some great pictures here from the beeve. Now, we'll go with the beeve. All right. Let me get this up. Then Mary, I'm gonna do a little munching. I'm gonna let you lead here.
All right. So, talking about the cheek line, we'll look at some side profiles, tame the mane. So maybe some suggestions on maybe getting a little. I would interpret that to be tighter, more trim. All right, let's keep looking here. All right, good.
Great mustache. Okay. A lot more.
Okay.
A lot more growth on the chin than we have on the sides.
Yep. So
his mustache and goatee, and we got a couple more. We'll just take a peek at here. Okay, good up close. Yeah, definitely got some wildness going on here, but wildness is easy to work with. That's no problem.
So I guess I would ask if you're calling the beeve.
The beeve.
Have you done anything to the sides at all, or are we looking straight up? And also, same question about the underbeard.
Yeah. So, is this your natural growth, or have you trimmed into a certain style? Is there something that you've done with this? And then, ultimately, what's your goal? Are you just looking to have the biggest beard possible? Are you looking to have just what fits you the best? No trim. Okay. Super interesting here.
Okay. So, very unique growth pattern.
Yeah.
I think you're right. The chin, you have just a lower chin line right now. You can see it's slow. Cheek line. Sorry,
what's a chin line?
I don't know. You have a lower cheek line, and you can see there's stragglers, and those guys, they may get encouraged by the crowd nearby. They're gonna slowly, like mine are very long because I kind of have a thinner cheek line as well. I have darker hair, but it's just taken a long time. This is to get the most out of these side hairs. So I think just don't touch them is the only thing you can do. And then the chat is totally right. They're like, heat.
Yep.
Heat is going to teach you so much about it. You might even get a little denser look. If you get them to lay down on the side, and then maybe you do. I could actually see using a highest heat setting on the sides and then less on the front to give it so it's a more natural look. And then the last thing would be maybe.
All right, so here, quick interjection here. The beeve says, I have a heated brush, but my beard hair is so thin. That is a downfall of a heated brush. If somebody does have a thin beard, once they heat it, it usually looks even more thin. So that's something that we got to keep in mind. That may not be in the deck if using heat thins it out here. This is really interesting growth, right? Because we got a lot to work with. I love the color on the front, but you got your third point.
As far as the front, it just depends on what you're looking for because it's kind of you've got to look right now.
How open are you right now, Beav? Give us just a tad bit more on your goals. Are you looking to go big? Are you looking to have the best presentable facial hair possible? What is your goal? Because we've got a couple of directions we can easily go here, but we want to know what you're comfortable with. What are you looking for?
And in the meantime, I want to ask you,
would
like Brian mentioned, trying a blow dryer for that volume.
Yeah.
It
would be better than a heated brush.
Okay.
Yep. It would be better than a heated brush. So that is true. I don't think we have any undergrowth here. Okay. Wide open.
All right.
I want to not trim until the summer. Okay. So your openness, I think, would depend on your trimming ability and what you want to do. So there are some things here in the chat that I agree with. There's two angles that I would recommend right now. And I think that this would be for the best, especially with this growth pattern. So Dan says, trim the chin to let the cheeks catch up, in my opinion. Pete says, trim the chin to let the cheeks and sides catch up, depending on your goal and what shape you want. I think that's really, really well said by Pete. It depends on your goal. Whatever your goal is, we can work with. You have great facial hair. As the mayor said, you've got a look right now. You've already got a style. So now we have two other ones that are coming in. Doug says a beard stache would look amazing.
He's got a great mustache.
Brian Carter says a beard stache, just beard stache, but beard stache. So you said wide open. I think right here is a great example. Look at this picture right here. This is a perfect example. I think Okay, and we also have Scott Johnson saying it's time for a beard stash. I think it is time for a beard stash. Now we're going to look up the beard stash style so you can see exactly what we are talking about. And the beauty with a beard stash is you can go as big or as little as you want with it. There are beard stashes that are very short, and there are beard stashes that are much longer, okay? I love this picture here. Let me see if I can pull this up. Okay, where did it go? All right, let me see. There we go. All right, I absolutely love this picture, okay? Get ready for this one. Now think about your beard, what we just looked at there. All right, we got a couple more saying beard stash. Here we go. Check this boy out here. Okay. That is obviously an extreme version of a beard stash.
That's like the stash is outgrown the beard.
But this is the idea here. That's see cool, the short beard. You would have this coverage all around underneath. You have the ability for a mustache, maybe not this exaggerated or this crazy, but your mustache could be the star of a show. And then what you're going to do is allow that underbeard and everything to kind of catch up. And then you can decide from there because we don't have even growth right now. That's just not in the cards. But if you reset, you get this started here, that can be a really, really, really cool time. Man, I absolutely love, and this is no hidden secret. I love the beard stash. I am a big, big fan of a beard stash. So think about this. Let me see if I can find another one that would be similar. This would be one that I think kind of looks like almost like your mustache. Like spot on if I can pull this one up. All right, so there we go here. Okay, yeah, this will work. All right, now check this one out. I think this one is more kind of related to what you have. So check this one out. Mr. Beavy says, how can I style the stash? Here you go.
A heated brush, even though it's not working for you on the other side. Yep. You're certifiable. The mayor's putting a stamp and saying that mustache can handle a heated brush.
Yes, I agree. And think about your picture. This is very similar to your mustache. You could have this beard stash like this. Everybody would consider you to have a beard. Not that you're worried about what people consider, but and again, it really, really depends on your goal. It is whatever you want.
The other thing is, if that's not your look, you could, the other thing to consider is to trimming up the length to kind of make that chin, if the chin line, I was going to say it again, cheek line less. If that's bothering you, a little bit of a length off the bottom is going to bring it in balance. You can't expect your beard to grow at even rates, and this is your cheeks are your slow spots, and there's nothing wrong with taming in the spots that go great as you wait for the rest to catch up. That would be the other alternative.
Yep. And Brian says a 6-inch beard with a kind of an emphasized mustache, that could work as well. You have options here, but I'm big on highlighting what you have, right? I'm a coach. What do I do as a coach? I highlight my best players. Parents will criticize that. Yes, I do get the ball to my best players. That's what a good coach does. And so for you right now, if I'm looking at this, your mustache is fantastic. Your growth here is very strong. Now, we do have some transparency down at the end here. Another option that we could do, right? Leave everything the same and just simply, if this is the less drastic option, just simply get you guys ready? And we're just evening out the chin. We're taking off this one. And this is where I like this picture, and I like the idea of a beard stash here. And we would probably have a better idea if there was heat, right? If there was a blow dryer. And if you were going to trim, you go here. I'm telling you what, right now, with this picture right now, I am in love with the beard stash. I think it would look really, really, really nice for you. And I agree with the mayor. Get a heated brush, stash to the side. Okay? All right, with a Verdi. Okay, let's check this one out here. Mayor, what's your thoughts on the heated brush with the mustache, anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say that is the thing to think about too is the beard stash. Would you I always want to talk about like he's kind of got a free beard style right now.
Yes.
He's going to be going into a little more dialed in. It's going to take a little more styling time. It's a mid.
Yep.
It's not a high need beard style, but it's a mid-level, like for shaping and maintenance and all that stuff. So
agreed.
Those always have that style has to fit your lifestyle.
Yep. So here's a good picture. I could see you really, really pulling this one off. Hey, thank you, Whiskey and Hardtack. I got some nice. This is a killer style, and I think this is something you could grow into and have goals for. So this is what Mr. Brian Carter was talking about here. This is what the heck it is. All right. So it's a beard style. I think that you could really pull that off, and it would allow us to see what your growth is like around the chin.
Brzezinski-esque.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Yep.
I like that, right.
Eventually, right?
Yes,
eventually.
Right.
Brzezinski has probably the most uniform beard I've ever seen. So it'd have to grow in at a very kind of uniform pace. So this.
If he got in a car accident, his beard would still be good.
Yeah, right.
Like who knows what else happens.
Beav, this would allow you to kind of go towards that Brzezinski look. So I would start modeling towards this, and it's a really easy trim. This would actually be a trim with a guard. You just take a guard, you'd kind of lift your, let me get off here now. You kind of lift your mustache up on one side, and you go, buzz all around the mustache. Start bigger than you think you want to go, right? Start in with a 6, then maybe go down to a 5, then maybe a 4. See where you're comfortable, and work your way down with the guards.
But it just ultimately that's what we're seeing. We think it highlights your great ability to grow a mustache, and but it's your choice. We'd love to see a follow up in the end. If you do make a change, whether it's a beard stash or a trim up or just a different styling technique, without a doubt, whatever you do, I think you would benefit from the heated brush a little bit on the mustache.
Yep,
for sure. It's going to be a better look.
Yep, I agree. And when you do the follow-up, when you do the follow-up, send us a before picture and then the after picture in that same one, all right? I'll get my barber to clean it up. Yep, so let me know if you have any questions. I can help you out, giving you some videos and stuff to let you know kind of advice. And again, thank you, Holly, from Whiskey and Hardtack.
Thank you.
Awesome, man. That was a big one because we had those are the tough ones, and we have so many areas we can go because some they just kind of present themselves. Right. It's pretty clear. This is what you should do. Do. This one is
this was a free range beard.
Yeah.
Wandered in off the plains and asked for some advice, and we love that. That's real.
Yep. Hey guys, what are your thoughts on shaving a high neckline and early beard growth and then lowering it? So it depends on what you mean by high neckline. How do I feel about a neckline that is normal and then you lower to natural as you grow? I'm a big fan of that, right? But a high neckline, if we're talking about like a chin strap along the jaw, I'm not a fan of that under any circumstance. But if you have one that's 2 fingers above the Adam's apple, and then as your beard grows, then it's 1 and then it's none, I think that's totally fine. Just let it go as your beard covers it. And once again, it all depends on your goals. If your goal is my beard, I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it. Are you adjusting your neckline these days?
No, not at all. Not in any way.
And yours is nice because you're like right at the point where it covers it, and you've got a good natural neckline. You don't have a neck beard.
Thank you.
So that is a good thing. And you're welcome, TJ. No problem. All right, cool, man. That's an awesome start. Thank you so much, Mr. Beeve. And I think, again, right, 313 you said he was from?
313.
313. All right. So, Wilson, thank you.
We used to be 313.
Really? I didn't know that. Yeah. I've always been 810 here.
Yeah. With Burton, we used to be 313.
Really? They're not anymore, right? No. Okay. All right. Next up, we have John M. John M., are you in the building? John M. And then also we have Kelly Hunt. John M. and Kelly Hunt. We are calling you to the front. Calling to the front. Yes. I need to tame and train the walrus stash. Can anybody recommend a mustache wax? If you're going for a walrus, you probably want a not strong wax. Maybe you go with like a Boss Man Mud. That one's more of like a loose wax. You could even find probably a pretty good balm that would do the job. All right, that would do the job. I'm 8'6'4". I don't even know what that is. Is that a different state? I'm assuming. No, I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. Area codes will soon be a thing of the past. I believe it. No walrus. I'm a big fan of the walrus. I like the walrus look.
All right, we didn't get either of our guys.
Okay, do we have either of our guys here? And then we'll start calling the next ones. We got John M. And then we're also John Muzinski. I think that's right? Mm-hmm. John Muzinski, Kelly Hunt, and then we are looking for, after that, it's going to be Kenneth Comerford. All right? So we're still looking here, guys. John, Kelly, Kenneth. Whoever shows themselves first, we're gonna roll with next, and we'll get that going here. All right. But other than that, life been good lately, man?
Life's been really good. I mean,
for what it is,
yeah. Like I was thinking, we had a little COVID scare with my mom this week. Her dentist got it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
All the patients from the dentist, and like when you're at your like mouth is open.
Yeah.
So, but she found out she's good to go.
Good.
She's older, like 70. She's in that zone where it's like, of all the people, let's not have her.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
my family's had a wild ride, not ones that are super close to me, but still my family. Started a couple weeks ago. My aunt randomly passed away from an autoimmune disease. It was not COVID. She had something happen, autoimmune disease. Things sped up rapidly. She passed away. And then my uncle had a long battle with COVID, ventilator, coma, induced coma. They removed him from the ventilator on Sunday, and he passed away. And then today we got news that my uncle, my dad's twin, had a heart attack, had heart damage, and now they went to go perform a bypass surgery. And when they went to go do a bypass surgery, he complained of having like a migraine beforehand. So they did a CAT scan, and he has a tumor on his pituitary gland. So when they say
caused that, would that have? It could.
I have no idea.
Could be.
Sounds like it. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. But they say stuff comes in threes, and then like the awful thing is, just 6 months ago, his wife died of breast cancer. So their kids, they have 3 kids, are just going through it. So it's a crazy time for people out there. Man. Yeah, man, count your blessings. If you're healthy, man, there's crazier things out there. But yeah, it's just ran through my family like wild, and they're not that old. My dad's twin my dad was born in 1961, and it's his twin. My dad's twin. This is a weird thing. They were born on the same day, but they were not conceived on the same day. They were conceived 3 months apart, separate eggs. Very rare, but born on the same day.
Is that like would they call that fraternal then still?
I think they do. Yeah, they have a full name for it.
No idea.
Yeah, they got a full name for it. And so that's his twin that we found out today had the heart attack, had all the stuff going on. So yeah, like I said, none of them were that old. They were healthy. They were living their best life. So yeah, count your blessings, man. Make sure everyone's appreciative. I know we all have bad days. I know we have rough times, but health is a valuable thing to have. It really is. So just gotta keep an eye on there. But Ken, you are up. All right, so we have Ken here, also known as DanCBearded. He won a giveaway on Monday. If you guys don't know, I go live on Mondays too, 9 p.m. Eastern. What we got for DanCBearded?
Couple months of growth, never been this long, not sure what to expect. Is it time to mow or grow?
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. All right. So he's never been this long. This is new territory, which there's a lot of guys like that right now.
That could be one. That could be a tagline for the show.
Mower girl.
No.
All right. Awesome hair. First off, that looks great.
Serious underbeard.
Yep.
Like great growth.
Love the texture. Love the shape.
Yeah, he's not gonna be a high heat guy.
Yeah,
because you want to.
Right. I agree. Embrace that. It kind of goes with his hair. You know, kind of goes with the style, the feel. All right, DanCBearded. Okay. Awesome. So mower grow.
Mustache potential.
Mustaches, dude. That mustache is ridiculous. Like ridiculous. That is awesome.
This beard needs to be longer.
Yes. There's no mowing involved on this whatsoever. Yeah, there is no
I mean, if it can be. It looks great, but I feel like it's got so much personality that it needs Well, you look at his hair, the curl in his hair, it would be just a real good balance.
Okay. So he says the jawline waves are killing me. I'm not kidding. I love the waves. I think that the texture goes with your beard really, really well. I wouldn't touch it.
I will tell you a tip that I've like literally been working on this week, just messing with my scientific laboratory, is I do have a Kushel bar, and I've had the same thing right here, like that wave. And what I've had to do is like really like think about physically where's that wave and put the head of it, get the tines in there and ride that till I can't. And it really has taken that wave out. a little bit of mist, a little bit of water beforehand, and then just let it sit as long as you can stand it, and then pull it through, and do that a couple times. And then that's a technique that I have found just recently, and I've been really happy with.
Yeah. So the one, I agree that there's definitely things you could always play with it and mess around. The one spot where I would say, hey, I agree with you. I see you. I think the sides look fantastic. I do see this line here, and this is probably what you're talking about along your chin right here. That looks like it's a mask wave or a grooming wave. This one, I would agree with you. If this was me, dude, that mustache, I can't stop looking at that mustache. The mustache is fantastic. So what I would do here is we got to start training the hairs the opposite way. Hey, David, we got to start getting these guys going out. So I would do what Brian is saying here. I would watch my blowout video, but I would also watch my beard waves video. What I would do is I would get a round brush, and you're not trimming at all. There's no trimming needed on this thing. If that's how your mustache grows naturally, I am not happy with your genetics, because that is so silly. My mustache doesn't grow evenly, so I'm very jealous of that. But what I would do here is I would grab that hair with that round brush, boar's hair round brush. I would get a blow dryer going underneath, and I would roll away from that wave. And that should help you out a lot. Help you out a lot.
With a shorter beard, is there a big selection of round brushes? Could he find one that's going to be able to twist and grab easier than like because some of the ones that I think of are big for maybe my wife's hair that we have or something like that. But I'm sure there's got to be a variety. So you wouldn't want a big fat. You would want. I'm not going to finish that sentence. Yeah.
All right. So he's asking if this style would be something that is in the distant future. All right, let me get this all set up before I show you guys. So he's asking if this style is something that could happen. All right, so keep this in mind right now. I'm going to get over here as quickly as I can. All right, is this in the future? Yes, sure. Absolutely. You can have that, no problem at all. That if that's your goal, you will hit that. That will be 100% a huge adjustment, or not a huge adjustment. That'll be a huge goal to have, which you can do. William says round brush training is awesome. That's the same advice Dan gave me, and it totally changed my look. So yeah, man, I think that's it. That's the only adjustment I would make is get that round brush right on that jawline, and you'll be good to go.
So a round brush it isn't exclusively a long beard's game.
No.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That's something that I think a lot of guys with the shorter beard styles will think a round brush. I don't have the length to make use of a tool like that.
Right. No, it absolutely is. I'll show you a video where my beard is even shorter, and I go through and I show this style of how I get the wave out. All right. So I'm going to show you. All right, here we go. Let me pause this and show you guys. All right, so this is the round brush one. If you just look up beard waves, you'll be able to find my video. Chin waves from the mask all day. That's what we figured. Yep, that's exactly what it looks like. All right, so share here.
I should have used your videos as an example. We're trying to learn how to date rocks and how old they are, and you'd be like, it's just like Mr. Command's beard. You know, you check his videos, and you can tell how recent it is by how long the beard is.
Wow.
The longer the beard, the more recent.
Yeah. I think we just overloaded the system. We're probably still live for them, but YouTube did not like me showing YouTube while we were on YouTube. So bear with us, guys. We are still here.
We're not ticking on the timer.
But
that's cool.
They
are been here. Will they? What will they do? Catch us up? Maybe eventually. Or?
Well, it's just showing. So yeah, we'll have to. It's either going to come back or it's just going to go away. But they probably hear us here, and we're just going to keep going on as if we know what's going on. But that's a great thing that you brought up. The round brush is not just a long beard game. I would say the round brush actually is more beneficial for short beards. I think it is a more useful tool than short beards. So we are coming back. All right, there we go. Oh, that's got two of us. Boom, beautiful. We're back. All right, now we lost you. Okay, hopefully we're good now. we had to make some things happen. YouTube did not like that one for us. All right, there we go. All right, we should be good on it. Sorry about that, guys. I've done it before, but this time they were like, no.
You handled it well.
Thank you. I had a feeling we were still live and we were still good to go. So awesome, man. DanCBearded, that was a fantastic beard. That mustache too, man, just absolutely fantastic. What happened? We broke the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We ran into a little bit of turbulence over Albuquerque, but we have adjusted our altitude and we plan on cruising at maximum comfort for the rest of the evening. We know you have choice in beard advice shows, and we're glad you choose ours.
Thank you, guys. We couldn't see anything that whole time we were talking. It was just a blank screen, so that was pretty good. So we'll try this new jerky out, but we're still looking for John Mazinski. We're looking for Kelly Hunt. I think that's probably the name. Kelly Hunt, 50 years old. So, yeah, Kelly Hunt, if you're out there. And then we're also looking for Jacob Williams. And then Bill, are you in the building? Bill's a buddy of ours. Bill's from pretty close to us, actually.
You're right, Brian. There really is no choice. If there was a choice, we wouldn't tell you about it either. So there you go. Make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their upright position.
Thanch you. All right. I like to do with the students, I like to do Cedar Point.
We're going to be taking you up 342 feet.
Yep, exactly.
Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day at America's Roller Coast. Welcome back, riders. How was your ride?
Is that how we see Dan C in VR? I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. All right, so these are the green hatch chilies. I love the spice level of the first one. I thought that was really good. What's this one like?
It is a more garden style of the other one, without the spice, more gardeny, salsa-y.
Okay, interesting.
It is interesting. It's pretty good, but I don't know if you're gonna love it or not.
Yeah, I'm not really a garden kind of guy.
That's why I said that.
All right, Freddie says, how do we send in our beard pics and get advice? Freddie, it is scrolling down on the bottom of the screen, and you're going to send your pictures, your problems, and your goals to Dan_command@yahoo.com. So that should be able to help you out.
You see, Dan asked for a recommendation on best jerky.
I did, yes. Best jerky.
Mingy?
Yeah, Mingy's still
that
probably
you can get on Amazon.
Yep, Mingy. It's spelled like Mingwa, but Mingy's probably my favorite. We are big fans of Duke's. If you're looking for something chain and nationwide, yep, I like Duke's.
Hot is good if you like a little hot.
Yep.
Beard octane.
I was just gonna say beef octane is wonderful. I'm excited to get the new ones that are coming. So the hot ones. I'm very, 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 very looking forward to that one. So there's some really good ones out there. I know we're missing some. We like Dearborn from Michigan. Dearborn Meats makes some really good ones.
Great snack sticks.
Yes, and then I love the Kielbasa Company, which is out of Michigan as well. Those ones are really good. I need to get back there and snag some. All right, and we're also looking for Michael Merson. Are you in here? So this is the first time we've really had like a series of paging to the front. So we're looking for John Merzinski, Kelly Hunt, Jacob Williams, Bill, and then Michael Merson. Are you out there? Yeah, Duke sausages are good. I really like Duke sausage. And I've actually been having some Jack Links sausages recently.
They do a very respectful.
Not bad. I think they're kind of probably get a bad rap.
Michael is first.
All right, Michael's here. We're going with Michael, and then whoever else shows up, we will get you. All right, and Jacob. All right. Okay. So Jacob, you will be next. So we got Michael here,
and we'll get the other guys too at the end.
Oh yeah,
have to,
yeah. Regardless. Oh, we got plenty of time, guys. We got plenty of time. Okay, Michael.
All right. Been watching your videos since February, and my beard's improved night and day. So I wanted to see if you could give me some help on an issue that I've been having. I am almost 20 months into my beard with no work on the bottom, just some trimming on the sides. And that is where my problems lie. I have these major waves and curls below my cheeks that I have had no luck working out. So I wanted to see if maybe you could give me some guidance that you could impart on how to do it. Thanks in advance for great videos and the amazing Facebook community.
Facebook community?
Yeah, you haven't heard of it?
No. What are you talking about?
Well, go. Why don't you just go and search beard on Facebook under groups? I'm pretty sure it'd show up.
Oh, what am I looking for?
It's called Commands Corner, the Facebook group.
I heard it's pretty positive, supportive, good group.
I'm thinking about looking
pro selfies.
Yes.
So check it out, guys. Pretty awesome. I also heard that every month we have a group sponsor that does group exclusive giveaways, and maybe next week.
Yeah, I think that it is lining up that way. Yes.
And
so you're gonna have the big. You're gonna have this show big giveaway. You've got your channel time. It's gonna be a very busy time for the channel and this show, but it's gonna be huge.
Yes,
it's gonna be like a party every day.
Every day. 12 beards of Christmas. Beardsmas. Sorry, 12 beards of Beardsmas. It's pretty amazing one. And yeah, thank you to anybody that hit the thumbs up. I do appreciate you guys. We have more people in here than we have likes right now. So just if you could, it doesn't cost you anything, but it would be appreciated. We leave these videos up, and who knows, maybe somebody in the future will come and find this in the algorithm and say, hey, maybe I enter my beard and maybe we save their beard. So click a thumb up and save a beard.
One beard at a time.
One beard at a time. Michael, let's take a look at what you got going here. Main problems, he's got some waves. He has the bottom. He wants to just kind of get helped. This one is pretty clear cut. First and foremost, guys, I'll show you right here. Great beard.
Mm-hmm.
Great beard. Can I get a great beard in the background? That's just, yeah. There's
great beard.
There's no other way to cut it.
Wait, you didn't want me to sing it?
Oh, I didn't
know if you were saying like sing it in the background because that was a little loud. I'll back up a little
okay, yeah. All right. Great beard. The kid's going to do that too, man. He's going to turn that into a beard. So great beard. But 100% here. I already know I'm going to have 3 pieces of advice for you. 3 pieces here. All right. Beautiful. Very similar shape and texture to my beard. All right. It's not. There we go. Okay. Awesome beard, my friend. Truly awesome.
I'm going to learn on this one because the texture change.
Yeah.
I'm interested in what you have to say about it.
Yep. So 3 things I'm going to give you here, Michael, and they're pretty straightforward. A lot of guys in the chat are going to go save a beard like it. Ooh, I like that. A lot of guys in the chat are going to agree with me because I know how their minds work. Number 1, grow out that mustache, man. Grow out that stache. Let it go. I can tell that you did some buzz, a little meow, is bugging the nostrils up there a little bit. Hey,
Michael, is it a significant other consideration, the mustache, or personal preference, or
neither? Grow it out.
No, okay. It doesn't matter.
Does not matter. Your beard is way too fantastic to be committing mustache murder like this. We can do some things. We can go to a mare size. We can go to some other things.
Shorter than I like it a lot longer.
Yep. I do too.
I got messing around today.
I do too. You just got one thing led to another.
2 minutes for my class.
Oh.
I'm like, oh my, like I got sucked into the I got hypnotized by my beard and trying to mess with it. And all of a sudden I looked and I'm like, I gotta run.
Yeah.
Those poor little kids, if they don't see me, what? They're gonna.
So number 1, grow that out. Put those buzzers down. Yeah, that's too much beard. You gotta grow that out, my friend. Get that mustache going, okay? Number 2, just like the last guy, this is super simple. This is not a hard fix at all. Get a round brush, and then you are going to roll away from the beard, and you are going to simply have this. You're going to counteract. What do we got here? We're going to counteract the wave, the dip that you have there by rolling away from it. The video you want to look up on that one is beard waves or beard dips. That will be fixed like that. That is going to be super simple. Yeah, Liam, Liam, I agree so much. He says, that's a monster stash screaming, let me out. It really is. Let that stash play, man. Let that stash play. Tried for the girl, but the big stash is coming back. Yeah, it's got, I mean, that, like I didn't even mince my words there. That you got to let that baby go. All right. So good. Now, the last thing, and let me see. Can I even
and that round brush is going to go after getting the sides out.
Yep. So right here, you're going to grab this wave right here with the round brush. You're going to go the opposite direction of the beard, and then you're going to apply heat to it, right? Doug is in the chat. Doug, if you can link my newer, not the old one, but my newer Beard Waves video, the one without wax. He doesn't need wax for his. That will benefit a lot.
Is that dealing with the fact that it's a longer beard and are those straighter is it styled?
Yeah, that's styled. Yep.
Combed down. And then, okay.
Yep. So that's just straight up styling. And that video with the beard waves and going against it will change the way he styles it. It's almost like a revelation. Like you're like, oh, once you like realize your hairs are going to do what you train them to, it just changes your mindset and the way that you can go about it. So number 1 is the mustache. Number 2 is let's get some waves out on the sides there. Doug is going to throw a link in the chat. Make sure you pull that one up. That will help you out a lot. And then number 3, I do this on a regular basis. Nobody's even noticed. I did a small little one yesterday, just a little. When I did the mustache, I did a little cleanup too. It is now time for the cleanup down at the bottom with maybe an inch, just an inch right here. Look at this line. All right, get ready. Everyone ready for this? It's super simple line. You can do this trim very simply. All right, ready? It is going to make it seem so much more full. It is going to make it seem really well put together and nice. The video you want to watch for that one is going to be my singed beard video. Okay, so you got 2 videos you need to watch: DanC beard waves and then DanC singed beard. There's a trim portion in there, and it's right here, right here.
Do me a favor.
Yep.
Do this the Mayor's squint test and see if it doesn't give you the same exact line that you just drew.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
because the squint test is good.
Thickness, yep.
Yep. So right here, my friend, and that is, man, you're going to have that nice rounded shape, very similar to my beard. Your color looks very similar to my beard. Your texture looks very similar to my beard. Your mustache, I guarantee, will be. And then also your sides. That's easy peasy. Cool. And with those changes there, man, you have a top.
I definitely want to see a check back in if you follow those, because I think that's going to be like, oh.
Yes, please. And I think that mustache is going to come in about a month. Maybe 2 if we really need to wait. But in a month or 2, Michael, come back, send us this picture right here, this front shot. And then I want a new one with a front shot with the mustache, the waves addressed, and then that short little trim underneath. And you may need to do this a little trim when you come back to and show us the update there. So that, man, great beard. And it's going to be even better.
Little tweaks and tips.
Awesome one. That one's fun. I like those ones. That if there's ever a wheelhouse for my beards, that's me right there. You know, that one is what I live. Yeah, that's what I breathe every day. And it's like I can see how your mind works. It's so interesting. That's why I love to bring in people like the Mayor and George and Matt, because there's different types that I don't understand, and I love to get their perspective on it. So really well done. Really well done.
Cool. Great question. Exactly like
that's what we want.
Looking for.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Next up, did we have Jacob? Jacob, are you in the chat?
That was who checked in with
us. All right.
Yes.
Jacob, did you check in the chat? All right, later, Chris. Thanks for stopping in, man. Hey, Bushy, by the way, and hello to everybody. We'll definitely get it handled. Thanks for the advice. Man, thank you for sending in. That when we get great beards like that, asking for advice, that adds some oomph to the show. That adds some validity to what we're doing. And great comments for everybody in the chat as well. All right. Tom decided to go for my year and see where I'd come back. Awesome, Tom. Very cool, man. Excited. Yeah, please check back in with us. I think it was last week we had Tom that we covered. All right. Yes, here's Jacob Williams. And keep it up, guys. Guys, please give your feedback in the chat as well. Don't feel like, I'm scared if I'm going to be wrong. There's no wrong answers. These are all just opinions and thoughts. So just if you feel like, hey, I think this guy would really benefit from this, please share it, man. That adds to the community. That adds to the help here.
So, Stan, it looks like I have the fangs too. How rare is that we both kind of have that coloration? Or is that pretty normal?
So oftentimes guys have like that skunk one. There's Brian Beards and Banjos. He's got a great color. Rob Acker, straight bearded. He's got great color straight down there. I don't know the science behind it. I'd be lying if I said I did, but there's got to be some kind of correlation, because a lot of people have those streaks going right down the front.
Well, this one's my mortgage, and,
yeah,
and this one is my concern.
Right. Yeah. No, this one is Luke.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
The rest of them.
That one's Luke.
That's my youngest son.
All right, CF, take care. All right, Mayor, you hit this one. We got a long one here. I'm gonna grab my other jerkies. I'm being honest here.
Slide these over to me.
Yeah.
I'm good with them.
I'm not even like being gentle with it. I don't mind them at all. It's just I have some other ones.
It's your night tonight. You can enjoy. All right. Yeah. Hey, Dan and Mayor and anyone else who may be reading or hearing this. I have wanted a full beard as far back as I can remember, and I'll share some pretty desperate photos below so everyone can have a laugh. but I started watching the channel about a month ago, and I love your videos. I am someone who loves to study niche things and go into every little detail, and it was nice to find you and you had already done that for dang near every topic question I had. I just saw your video on minoxidil derma rolling, and it kind of inspired me to submit this to the Beard Advice Live. I started minoxidil about 4 months ago and derma rolling 3 months ago. I've also got my hair buzzed off and trimmed my beard really short and dedicated myself to not to cut any hair in my head until right before Thanksgiving. I'll post all the progress and updates, and I think you're talking about next.
Wow, yeah.
I'll post all the progress and update to what it looks like now below. I'm looking pretty much at any motivation advice you guys would be willing to share. My goals are to thicken up the cheeks and to get my mustache to connect to my beard. The one thing I'm kind of open to suggestions is on length. I really don't know if growing longer would look right with my cheeks being as thin as they are. Funny pic of my beard in my late teens, and then pre-minoxidil photo. There's going to be from March around April 22. Buzz cut, beard trim. Once I started minoxidil. All right, so he's got the night before I went to the barber. At the end of my 4th month no cutting dedication, while I'm minoxidil and derma rolling. And then there's update photos after the haircut. All right. Looks like we've got lots to discuss.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like he's open.
Yeah.
Should I have a longer beard? Should I rock what I got?
Tell me what you think, kind of thing.
Yeah. JPW, I, of course, have chocolate oranges down here. I got chocolate oranges down here. I have chocolate oranges in the fridge. I got chocolate oranges in my candy drawer upstairs. So, yes, I got them everywhere. I am the chocolate orange king. The mayor is the beard king of his students. I am the chocolate orange king. I love chocolate oranges. Okay. I eat them all year round.
Can you overdo it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And you just pull back.
I pull back and then crave them again and go through. So, yes. All right. So, these are the early pictures, guys. We're going to show progress. Pre-minoxidil. And then we're going to be building up through the minoxidil journey. Okay. Coming in more. All right. Coming in more. Bam. Whoa. All right. Minoxidil here. What brand are the oranges? They are Terry's oranges. So his name's Terry, by the way. Look at this. Boom, man, that came in. Look at that mustache. Dude, looks awesome. Absolutely awesome. So the biggest question here, and we're going to get to the end on this, is should he grow his beard longer? Okay. And this is where he's at right now. All right, should he grow his beard longer, guys, is the question that he's going for. Because, right, as of right now, he does have some spots that he considers missing, right, or considers going here. Hey, this one's going to be really, really simple, Jacob. And, yeah, man, minoxidil crushed it for you. Bravo to that one. I love when people hate on things like minoxidil and say, like, yep, that's a poster child right there. So, man, that looks awesome.
Obviously, that follows directions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what it is about having a routine and sticking to it with those things.
Right. It looks
derma rolling, too.
Really good, man. Really good. But you did ask a big question. Should you grow this beard longer? Man, that's tough. I love your style right now. The way that you have it set up right now for me, it's super well put together. Hello, Boberto. It's super stylish and intentional. When people see that, they think, man, that is a clean beard. Really, really clean beard. But to go bigger, there's also some potential there, right? There is some potential there. Is the derma roller really, really effective? Mr. Bearded Beta, check out my recent video last week with George from the Bearded Boost. He has done derma rolling. He has done minoxidil, and he breaks down the science. I've never tried it, so I don't like to speak on those things. But there are a lot of guys that have shown that type of success. And this was over a short time period, too. It's not like you can say, oh, it's 20 years later, and he has all that growth. I mean, you can really, really improve. Man. Here's my thoughts. I love where you're at. Worst case scenario, we come back to it. Best case scenario, you grow out and you like it long. But if I'm opening my mind completely and openly, my initial gut reaction was, hey, maintain where you have right now. Maintain where you have right now because it looks so good. But also on the other side, it wouldn't hurt to grow it out and trim back to it because you know what you got here. So kind of going longer, yeah, I mean, it really just depends on what you want. Your beard looks great. It's nice and clean. If you want to go big, you're going to go big. Will it impact it with having the lower cheek line and the missing spots here? Probably not. I've seen guys with bigger beards pull it off real well, from Kyle and Joe. Joe has similar coverage without the mustache. So he pulls it off super well. What are your thoughts, man? You're quiet there.
I'm practicing I'm practicing.
Oh, no patience.
I was actually getting my head around it. First thing I wanted to, you mentioned the idea of committing to like going to next Thanksgiving without touching the hair. I think I've seen that be a problem. The year is a great idea. The long-term commitment, setting a date is a great idea.
Just having that concept.
But your hair doesn't grow. Like you have to keep it in a way that you like it the way you look. You can't get to the crazy point. So you have to respect the fact that some areas grow faster than others. And I don't think there's anything on that journey. There's any reason why you can't get yourself into something you enjoy and look at. You know, the worst thing is when you're letting go crazy and then you hit a point and you snap and you shave or something like that. I had some questions for you. First of all, if you have hair that has been kind of stimulated through minoxidil or process during rolling, should you expect it to be any different as far as its ability to grow different?
Until it sheds, it's going to be a little bit different. But once it sheds and then comes back in, then that's for real now. That's the real deal. That's regular hair. That's going to stay. Yeah, okay. We could go into like the whole process of vellus hairs and all this stuff, but essentially, once you shed it out, once it starts again, it's going to go normal. All right, so this is where I'm going. I'm going to kick back to the mayor just because he asked and it's timely here. So with the low cheeks and lack of connections, grow out the handlebar. That was my very first thought here, is grow out that handlebar. And then Jacob himself says, should I grow the mustache back out? Yes. Make that the star of the show. You almost have like a full beard Van Dyke going on in a way. And what I mean by that is,
yeah, you can see the shape.
Your beard is very Van Dyke right here. The sides are not. Your sides are fantastic. Just wonderful. But it's very Van Dyke-esque with the soul patch, with the mustache shape. I would grow it out big time, curl it up, and that would just really draw attention there. Like really draw attention. You got a slick haircut, man. It looks really, really nice. Yeah, just truly. And William says, freaking live beard chat. This is awesome. Welcome, William. Welcome. We do this every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Monday, I'm by myself. Wednesday, I'm with my buddy, the mayor here.
And I just want to, my own opinion is you've got like a more oval face shape. I don't think you ever get to do that point in the beard itself. But I do love the idea of completing that with maybe a handlebar or whatever you want to do. These guys, obviously your mustache is growing really well and it has potential.
Yeah, it looks great. So the question of should you go bigger? I don't think it hurts to try. Yep, I don't think it hurts to try. With your neckline here, it's tough for me to tell. I can't quite tell where the Adam's apple is on this picture, so I can't really see where the neckline is at. So here's the crease. Let me see your neck here. Where's your crease at? Your crease is right there.
Adam's apple.
Yeah. Okay. So your neckline does appear to be higher than what most like full long beards would be at. Normally that neckline would come down right about here, right? So yours is a little bit higher there. So that could hinder a long beard style.
It trends more to what you're doing already.
It really does. And it's almost like you've really maximized what you're doing here. So you can't go wrong either way. If you want to grow it out and see what you got, do it. But if you want to maintain this and focus on growing the mustache, that would be really nice. Really nice. Man, yeah. So I think you're onto something pretty special here. I don't really have to trim my neck. Yeah, and I can see that. I can tell that it's your natural growth there. That might be the one thing that stops you right now, right? We don't know what's down the road. We don't know what fills in eventually, but that might be the one thing that stops you right now from having a bigger, longer beard. But with what you got, dude, that is a round of applause
head
beard.
Of hair, like it's a good balance.
Yeah, it is. But I do think a little mustache handlebar would look really nice on you. But even this looks fine too. I wouldn't go any lower. Let me leave this last one for you. If you are going with this style of mustache, right, that you have here, I would not go any lower or longer on the sides. Because you don't have the under part of it, and that would get into more of the Fu Manchu style.
Okay.
And I'm not a fan of that. I don't know.
I didn't think about how it would look like. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're gonna keep this style, keep it trimmed on the sides right here, because when it doesn't have that backing, it's kind of just hanging there, right off the face. So either grow it out and handlebar it up, or trim it on the side where you have it. So yeah. Looks wonderful though. That's a really stylish beard. I'm super glad that you shared about the minoxidil journey, because that just shows it right there, man, that worked for you. I don't know if it works for everybody, but that works for you. Really, really good. How do you balance minoxidil and beard oil at the same time? That's above my pay grade. I really don't know a thorough answer to that. I know George does. If you go to my comment section on my minoxidil video, a couple people asked that exact question and he answered in there. So I would check that. I don't like to usually give just kind of secondhand information that I don't know about. So check that one out, and he'll help you out. Dan, you indirectly answered my question. Awesome. Very cool, man. And please ask anytime. Oh, here we go. Instead of why is no one saying beard stash like the last one? Is there a reason different why? New to the styles?
You talked about the backing. I think you answered.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's what I was indirectly. Okay. And to be honest, I don't know. There's that when it goes through my head when I'm looking at them, I don't have like a step-by-step process where I'm like, well, beard stash out because of this. They just kind of present themselves to me, I guess. I don't know how to put it. So yeah, that would be the best way I would be able to say it. But dude, great beard. Keep growing that beard stash out. All right, we have 3 more scheduled. I don't know if they've been here yet, but if not, we'll just chat it up with you guys, and we'll take questions. I feel like a lot of guys have questions. So if you have questions,
do you want to hold on to them if they're not here?
Oh, of course. Okay. Yeah, of course. Yep. Bill's a good buddy of mine. So Bill, are you in here? Also, Kelly Hunt, are you in here? And then John Mazinski, are you in here? 3 people we're looking for: John Mazinski, Kelly Hunt, and Bill. All right, and Bill.
Thank you, Beard Guy, Kansas City. Appreciate that. Give him a little beard.
Oh, nice. Compliment. Michael said, sorry I had to leave. I went to Amazon and other YouTube videos because I didn't know what the heck a chocolate orange was. Looks awesome, but does it taste like oranges? It's chocolate with a little bit of orange in there, flavoring. Fragrance versus essential oil, depends what you want. Literally, young grizzly. If you look up on YouTube, fragrance oils versus essential oils, you don't even have to put beard in there. I'm probably going to pop up. But if you put beard in, I'm definitely going to pop up. Pros and cons. Essential oils are natural. Essential oils are natural. Okay, essential oils are natural. Pros and cons but cons, they're dangerous. There's essential oils that 70% of people in the world are allergic to. There are essential oils that, if they're not treated properly and they interact with the sun, it can burn your face. If you don't believe me, check my Dangers of DIY video and read the comments. You'll get a lot of people that talk about that exact thing happening. Fragrance oils, they're controlled in a lab for the most part. We could go on forever about this. There are natural fragrance oils that are not essential oils. There's different levels to that. But generally speaking, a fragrance oil is a synthetic oil that is created in a lab. Pros, stronger, longer lasting, more controlled. They can dial it in exactly. Essential oils have variants. It's from nature, right? Think about like small batch cider, small batch beer. It's different every time because you can't account for nature. Cons to fragrance oils, there should be none. Fragrance oils are wonderful. The only cons are perception that synthetic is bad. Synthetic does not equal bad. So for me, I like a mix of both. But if you had to tell me I got to keep one, I'm keeping fragrance oils all day, every day. That's for sure. Dan, how you been liking shorter stash? I don't like it personally, but Sam does. So I like the wild one. I like to grow. I like to get my beard as big as possible. For whatever reason in my mind, I associate a bigger beard, bigger mustache with more instant respect. I think that there's something genetic and I think there's something biological about that. When you see a big burly mustache, I think something triggers in people's minds like, that dude's a man. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know. I like it. Yep, that's a big one for me. Any companies you suggest for fragrance? No, I will never suggest a supplier. If you are working with products yourself or you're starting a company, that is the biggest decision you will make. And I do not give advice on that unless I'm a consultant for you. Then I get paid handsomely for it and I'll give you that advice. But that's a really tough decision to make. You got to be very careful with that. Okay. What if your neckline goes through the middle of your Adam's apple? Is that a good line? Yeah, it's a great line. Yours is below your Adam's apple?
Barely. But
yeah, mine's completely below mine. But yeah, it's through the Adam's apple is fine. Totally fine. Absolutely. I'm nervous about finding a woman who likes a big mustache. Drew, they're out there. Do we? Okay. So Drew is
I think it's mustache. It says mistake, but
it's mustache. Yeah, he corrected it.
Depends if you did it on purpose.
right. Does anybody have any advice on Drew? Drew is obviously a awesome guy. He's in our Facebook group. Fantastic mustache. He is not a teenager. He's not in his 20s, right? He's got a little bit more development
30s,
on his age.
30s.
Yeah, probably 30s. Any advice on Drew finding a single lady at that point in his life that likes mustaches? Any thoughts?
I think you ask out any lady you want to, because you're like, guys look up to you so much when they see your image, your pictures and stuff. And look at them, guys. Ask them out. Like the woman you want is gonna say yes. The one that says no, you just skipped a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah,
honestly,
Drew.
I mean, I know that's we're in an established relationship, so there is something to that, to the point of that beginning part of courtship or whatever. But honestly, a good man is a good man. I think for a good woman.
Drew, I would look into online avenues. There are lots of dating websites. I know that's like taboo, right, to talk about.
That's all we got.
But the perfect aspect of online is you get to dial in what they like, what they don't like. There's some sites that even put filters like mustache. There's things that you can search for. Start interacting with different crowds that have, and I know you do, but I would look at different aspects of online dating and see where you have. Doug met his wife on eHarmony. That stuff's real, and they're not gonna waste your time. If she doesn't like your mustache, she's not gonna be talking to you online dating. She's not gonna be conversating with you.
And if she's a grown-up woman and that's a deal breaker, then that's a deal breaker,
right?
For you,
right?
as well.
You don't need to get into that at all. So I genuinely do that. I think so. Like I said, I think some people consider that as taboo, and they're like, "Oh, online dating, that's weird."
Not anymore.
Not at all. I think go for it. So I would say give it a shot, man. Give it a shot. So there's gonna be a lot of women that will be like, "Oh my gosh, I love that mustache. I want to kiss it." Literally. I mean, I've had some in my comment sections for me. So hey, easy, Tiger. I gotta tell him, calm down there. So that could be. So yes.
So I was gonna tell you, I don't know if you saw, I was looking for book advice in the Facebook group, and I already read. I'm halfway through a second one. I already took
advice from.
Yes.
Oh, wow, cool.
And it was interesting because it's relevant to what we do here. It's called like Perfume, but it's the making of a murder, and it's basically this guy has like an extreme sense of smell.
Okay.
And
is this a true story?
I don't think. No, it couldn't be.
Okay.
No, not with the way it ended. Anyways, but it was like he could like smell people. Like he just amazing sense of smell, and he turned into a perfume guy in Paris back in the day or whatever. And I learned a lot about scents, and like just thinking about the idea of how a scent is not just what it smells like out of the bottle, but it's what it smells like in beard. It's what it smells like an hour later. It's what it smells like at night. And like the journey of that, and like kind of appreciating all that a lot more. Pretty interesting. And things
like a wild ride from a book.
Yeah. Oh, I always come on. You know me well enough to know that I go in weird directions off stuff.
That is interesting. All right, who are we looking for? Maybe they'll listen to you if they're out here.
John, Kelly, or Bill. If you send something in, if you're just a John, Kelly, or Bill, we're glad to have you here, but we're looking for specific ones to send pictures in.
How many mustache kisses will this get me? Yeah, I'm talking to you, man. $5. One out. That's exactly where I was at. I'll give you one. There. 6. We're probably talking about 2. Mm-hmm. I'm like at a $3 kind of limit, but yeah, I'm pretty much talking about 2. I'd pay money to watch the ladies flock to Drew and Blair. Yeah, those dudes are top notch. I met Blair when his beard was your length.
He
had just chopped it off.
There are plenty. I know one of beard ladies out there. Like one just joined our group. One of you. Mm-hmm. She's a beard lady.
I know her.
She likes beard guys. Maybe we'll work on that. Maybe I don't know, but like there's plenty of them out there that it's the opposite of a deal breaker for sure. That's the best way to say it.
Dan, if I send in photos, will you help me remove stress? So stress is real right now, man. Stress is on the forefront. I take pride in not being a stressful person, but for me, it's just natural for the most part. There's a lot of stuff that I do and that I excel at and I do well, but it's just natural. I don't get really to take any credit for it. It's just kind of in me. What would you say in this? I know Brian was being kind of tongue in cheek here, being a little bit jokingly, but seriously, for people that are out there, what would be your advice as trying to live a more stressless life?
Right now, give yourself a break. Okay, here's what I mean by that. I always paint a picture of my kids know technology, and I say,
and I got the great joke. I got the great
yeah. Basically, we need to cut ourselves some slack without letting everything fall apart, and we need to live right there. If we're there's 4 of us in our house, 24 hours a day right now, working, going to school. Things are going to be bad, but the things are going to blow up in 1 minute and whatever. But you got to be real about this this is like not the Great Depression, but this is a time we will look back on and getting through. And what do do what you need to do to get it through safely. Like, don't, get into medicating or whatever you have to do. But give yourself a break, because it's really hard. It's hard. Money's hard. Everything's hard in all these directions. We need to get through. We need to get, moving forward, open up the economy, all that. I think we can get back to a lot of things that we used to have. But for us, you get in that spiral of, man, it's bad. And it's, there's nothing I can do about it. So what do? Don't, get out of that. Cut yourself a break. If you're tired, take a nap. If you feel like eating something unhealthy, try not to do it every day, but treat yourself a little more, because nobody's charging their battery all the way up to 100% at night, because we're in a pandemic and you're only at best 80%. And when you're not fully ready for, when you're worried about things like catching a deadly virus when you go to the grocery store, you're going to be a little on edge.
Yeah.
And it's almost like not like combat, but as close as citizen, like a civilian might ever get,
Yeah.
when you go out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's going to impact everything.
So Steven brings up a great point here, and he knows what he's talking about. He leaves great comments. He's somebody that loves to talk about this stuff. Steven, I'm assuming you do this for work, because he breaks down scientific studies in my comments. He really not only just obviously holds me accountable, but it adds in with his connection. So Steven, let me give you just a general thing here. So he said, read philosophy, carefully consider what you value, why. So he's adding a lot here. I want simple advice for a simple man, Steven. A lot of guys right now feel like they have too much on their plate. There's too much going on, whether it's keeping up with their demand at work, whether it's the stress of their kids slipping on remote learning at home, whether it's the idea of the family going stir crazy and they feel like they have to facilitate the ability to keep everyone happy. Simple advice for a simple man with that kind of stress, Steven. What would be your advice in that situation? Because would you agree there's a lot of guys that are in that boat where there's just a lot right now?
Oh, so much that you can't reasonably see a way out.
Right.
And if you're talking money or losing a loved one, there is some serious stuff right now.
Yeah. And I think that's almost common amongst everyone. There's just a lot, it doesn't have to be broke, and I'm sure you could, right? I'm sure you could break it down to a level of science and the different things, but real guys have a lot going on. They want to know what you have. All right. It's case by case. You're both great human beings. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think that I love addressing things case by case, but I do think there's a way to kind of give general advice and kind of like you were talking on there. Yeah.
Another one that I heard today, and I'm like, yeah, wrong. It struck a chord with me, is when you're in the middle of a tough time, or like it was about a relationship and how you treat women. And it's more about the little things that create the big, like it's how you're kind and show love and gestures that make a good marriage. There's no just get into a good marriage.
Right.
It's the brick by brick by brick. That's how a house is built. That's how a relationship is built. Same thing for your life. do one positive, at least get yourself up and do one positive thing each day. Be like, all right, I have this box I need to return to the post office. I'm going to go and do that today.
Yeah.
And I can, at the end of the day, you can say, all right, I got one check off. That's it. Positive progress.
Yeah.
And you can do that. You know, I know for me, I need to have something that, you know, that what am I walking out of this day with that I didn't walk in with? One thing, one motion, one kindness.
Yeah. And Steven says, think about your feelings and express them. I do think that's really important for a lot of people right now. Bottling those things up can be really challenging. My wife, Sam, I've talked about it recently. She has postpartum depression. There's stuff that happens there. The biggest thing for her has been to understand her feelings and then express them. If I've made it very clear to her, if there's something going on and you need help, tell me. Don't assume that I'm going to figure it out and fix it. If you need time, tell me, hey, I need time. I'm going to get the kids. I'm going to wrangle them. I'm going to do whatever I can, right, and express those. And she's been going to a therapist once every other week or so. And it's been awesome for her just to talk to somebody, you know, just to get those things out. So, yeah, that is huge there. I also like this
Steven
one.
Part of our Facebook group? Do.
I don't know. I know Steven comments on my YouTube videos, but I don't know if he's a part of our Facebook group or not.
They want to sign up for his mentorship.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know if Steven is or not. He left a great comment on my video today that I appreciated. And I saw a couple other podcast reviews said this as well. Don't make decisions until you ask yourself, halt. Am I hungry? Am I angry? Am I lonely? Or am I tired?
And usually
it's one of those, right? Yeah. An adult is much like a baby, right? If Violet is crying, it's probably one of those things.
And she can have
literally.
She had a big day today, right?
Yes.
Wow.
But literally one of those things. Yeah. Yep. She is either hungry. She is either angry about something. She is either lonely and wants attention, or she's tired. There's nothing else.
Life is, and life is all about from baby to adulthood to retirement, just adding things that it could be. Right? Yeah. Next, then it'll be the wrong show on when she can, life is just about adding those things. And, like Dan's whole channel is about positivity.
Yep. And it really is.
The other day, I tell myself, we're like I said earlier, we're all in the house all day together. And I thought, you know what? I'll never have as soon as we get out of this, for God forbid, another pandemic, which anything's possible, but it'll be a walk away from each other for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
That's deep. My boys are going to get older. They're going to have things that are out of the house more for it. So this is our moment. So don't yell. And that's me talking to myself. But, but it is. Life is a slow walk away.
Yep.
And so let's enjoy this time that we're here.
Yeah, and it's true. And yes, we did have a big day today. If you guys saw on Instagram or Facebook, and Steven is not in our Facebook group. He said he does not have Facebook. You're more than welcome if you want to create an account just to see our group. I think you'd be impressed. But Violet took her first steps today. So she walked today, got it on video. Pretty cool. No matter how many kids you have, no matter how much you've been through, it's still awesome when you see your kid take their first steps and see how happy they are. And she kept doing it over and over again, obviously because we gave them a lot of praise. Dan says too many people wait to ask for help until it's at the end of the rope.
That's great.
Yeah, and we see that far too often. Won't go into any details, but one of the shocking stats is in the United States, the leading cause of death for 10 to 14-year-olds is suicide. Number one, not car accidents, not heart, not cancer, Number one from 10 to 14-year-olds in the United States is suicide. And over the last 11 years, I have taught 12 to 14-year-olds. The mayor has also taught 12 to 14-year-olds. That is our age range. And often it's just kids getting to the end of the rope, not knowing full consequences, kind of scope of life type thing. I remember when I heard that stat for the first time, I was like, no way. There's no way suicide kills more kids than car accidents. There's no way. And it was true. So that one was mind blowing to me. And I think all of us can use that perspective and think whoa, all right. I know for sure it helps us as teachers, when we're interacting with these kids now more than ever, so it is terribly sad. But we got to be able to help out. We got to be able to think about that perspective
and reach out. I'm one of those people that lives inside. You can get living inside your head and it just spirals. I can see how things develop and
you not obviously like
up,
this,
like Brian said, the sooner you speak up, the better off you are.
For sure. And yeah, I know what you mean, because there have been times where you get snowballing, right? I remember the first wave of Corona, you got into your mind heavy.
Oh, I wasn't sleeping a couple of weeks beforehand.
Yeah,
we were walking into school one day. Yeah. And I'm like, I think we could get a couple of weeks off for this thing. Yeah. And you're like, really? And then you're like, you're kind of a prepper, aren't you? And then we had
that's how kind of went from there. So 20% of teens suffer depression, and I believe it. And I think a lot of people brush that off because they don't experience it and know it. I've never experienced depression myself, but I'm learning through my wife that this is a real thing. Like I said before, my dad probably would have told me, hey, you get through this. No, brush off. And it's not quite that simple. So it's something that I'm glad people are talking about more and more, because I do believe that if it's not addressed, if it's not helped, a sad kid makes a sad adult. When they're going through that. I've dealt with a lot of suicide and attempted suicide. There are many nuances, culture, not the least of them. Yeah, I believe it. Kids' lives are loaded these days, and to undersell that, it would be diminished. A lot of time people like to put stuff off. Oh, it's just a kid. They're just a kid. Man, they go through a lot. They go through unique things.
They have less life experience to put things in perspective.
Yeah.
They can't say, 5 years, I'm going to walk out of that high school and I don't have to relate to it. I don't have to talk to anybody. I can move on. I can go to college. They only know the 12 years they've lived their lives. And this is a big part of it. Like, it's just overwhelming because it's, for 6 months of that's like a huge percent of your whole life. So in perspective, they don't have perspective. That's bottom line. When they make those decisions. I mean, it's part of it. It's not the only thing,
sure.
But like, it's the thing that gets me in my heart. Is like, oh my gosh, we just lost a wonderful opportunity for our, who knows
that you don't know.
Who knows what they would have, what song they would have written.
Right. For sure. On the topic of getting rid of stress, do any of you Michigan guys recommend Sleeping Bear Dunes? I've actually never been.
I go every year.
You do? Okay.
Yeah,
stargazing, how is it? What's it like?
Amazing. It's a beautiful crystal lake. You can see unbelievable. One of the best features in Michigan. Interesting science teacher fact: it is made out of rocks that were from Canada.
Okay.
And the glaciers brought them in. Yep. It's that sediment.
They did have a geology minor in college.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So it is a super unique. This summer, usually you have to pay it's a state park. So the dune climb is what you want to do. And you're going to look at it and you'll be like, eh. And then you're going to get halfway up and be like, oh, because it's a good little physical exercise to go up to the top. And when you get up there, you got Crystal Lake on one side. You get up to the very top, and then you've got Lake Michigan behind you.
Oh, cool.
And it's just so neat.
Cool. Yeah, I remember I told you I had an earth science certificate where I took the test and failed it. So that was my geology minor. Okay. So yeah, when I went into my interview at our school, I put on there RX, which is the social studies certification, passed, and then I put the earth science certification pursuing, and I got the job, so I never went back for it. But yeah, I had geology. They took trips up to the UP and stuff. I never did it because I wasn't super into it, but Maddox is really big into rocks. So yeah. Andrew said, I suffer from complex PTSD, which stems from when I was a kid. I suffer from depression and have for just as long, 30 years of trauma, and it sucks. Yeah, man, Andrew, we're here for you anytime. You can reach out to me. We talk often. So always here. It doesn't even have to be about beard stuff. We talk to people about stuff all the time. So just keep that in mind, man. Always available.
Doug's right. It's quite a ways walk to the Lake Michigan. You can see Crystal Lake. He said, prepare for a really long walk.
Okay.
Yeah, just so okay. It's a good couple
hours. Says, I plan on making the drive from Indy tomorrow, hopefully to see the Northern Lights. What? Do we have them visible in Northern Michigan?
I haven't checked recently. It could be. It all depends on a bunch of variables.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. Daniel had a great comment here. Growing a beard helps lift my moods because every day I see myself moving forward. Wow, that's deep.
It's like a timeline of...
Yeah, that's really well said. For me, I think the only thing that I can relate with that kind of is, and I've said it many times, but it means a lot to me, is taking care of my beard is like therapy for me. That's my time. That's my thoughts, right? I get video ideas that come to me when I'm taking care of my beard. I get to just relax. I know I'm doing something for myself. Somebody commented earlier about the Navy SEALs having you make your bed, so you can check that off the list. Start the day with an accomplishment. I always start my day with taking care of my beard. I've never had a true lazy day in the last 3-4 years. I always take care of my beard. My lazy day may be an oil only, but I'm still combing. I'm still grooming. I don't have lazy days. I check something off the list every single morning, and I enjoy that thing. It's not a nuisance to me. It's not a task. That's my moving forward. That's my, like I said, it's like my time, my therapy. I enjoy it. I don't care if I'm the most tired person in the world. True story. Last night I got about 2 hours of sleep. So I was working down here until 2 a.m. last night. Again, I told you guys I'm entering my busy season. And then when I went finally into bed, Miss Violet was wide awake and was not sleeping.
And that's like a gut punch.
Yeah. Because I thought, and you play this game, we all play this game. When you hit the bed, you're like, if I fall asleep right now, I can get 5 hours of sleep. But then now you're worried because you got to fall asleep right now. Yeah, then you're watching the time tick away. She was wide awake. Sam is amazing and had been helping with Violet and stuff. So Sam just needed to sleep. So I took Violet. I rocked her, joking with me, laughing, spitting at me, stuff like that. She wanted nothing to do with it.
Reindeer games.
So I got 2 hours of sleep, man. I got 2 hours of sleep last night, maybe a tad more, but not much more at all. But I'm fine. I'm not somebody that requires a ton of sleep. I know, guys. I get it. I know you got to have the health. It's all that stuff. But I can do it. I could be totally fine without it. I think the good vibes we get from beards is why we're all here. The time we enjoy wasting is not. Ooh, whew, that's deep.
That's great.
That's deep.
I'm gonna tell my wife that.
I like that. The time we enjoy wasting is not wasted time.
Yep.
That sounds like a bumper sticker to me, man. That's really deep. I like that. I like that a lot. Well, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up there. We had 3 more that were on the docket.
Well, hang on,
so definitely, hopefully they'll be back next week and we'll be able to cover them. But we had some really cool ones, from a big beard where we said, hey, grow the mustache. Let's work on the waves. Let's trim the bottom, to a minoxidil beard journey, to just one that had like the long front chin growth. We can go with a beard stache. We can grow it out. We get, very cool diversity with the suggestions and the help tonight. And as always, you guys are on point, man. Given the advice that you guys give, the affirmation, it's awesome. And if you sent in Vance, I probably got it. But we don't ever do them on the spot. You will be featured next week. I got to make sure we go through and it fits what we're looking to do, and I'll get back to you. I respond to every message. If you guys ever email me, I will always respond. If you message me on Instagram, I will always respond. So I'll get back to you and I'll let you know. And I usually say, hey, we're going to feature you this week. And then hopefully you're able to show up and make the show. Mayor?
Yeah. Hey, I love this show because it always goes in directions. I feel, better. I love getting to hear other people coming from the same place, maybe getting to help a few people. Thank you for being here. If you haven't had a chance, check us out on Facebook at Command's Corner. The group is growing like a plant in a brand new pot. It's huge. It's just filling up, and we love it. We'd love for you to be a part of that if you would think about it.
Let's see where we're at numbers wise, because we are very, very close.
I think we're there
to 4,000. You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Williams just joined, who was one of our beard advice guys tonight. All right, let's see where we are at. We are at 4,000 members, guys. Hey, we started this group, the mayor and I, New Year's Eve last year. So we're almost at a year, and we just hit 4,000 members. So we are officially past 4K. That's pretty cool. That's pretty special for a group that is very dialed in and are not exactly. And I hit 34K on subs. Let's see. That would be pretty cool. Almost. Not quite. I'm getting there. I'll hit it tomorrow, but I'm not there yet today. So 34K on subs tomorrow, 4K on members today. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Good day of milestones. And then the biggest one of them all was Violet walking. That was really fun as well. All right, guys. Thank you. Reach out to me anytime. I'm excited to see some of your beards next week and give you guys some help and listen to the people in the chat. Man, thank you guys. Reach out anytime. 12 Days of Beardsmas coming this Sunday.
Next week.
giveaways next week. Absolutely. Obviously, you guys aren't here for that, but hey, it's a bonus, man. It's a bonus. So thank you guys. You're amazing. Love you.